Guys, I hope you're enjoying your weekend, but we have some Real Housewives of Potomac breaking news to cover. Thank you, TV Deets, for the exclusive. With that said, guys, let's get into it. And before that, subscribe, turn on notifications, chime into the conversation in the comments below, like this video, do all the good YouTube stuff. And with that, let's chat. Okay, so shout out to TV Deets. They got the exclusive. Kierna Stewart, who, of course, showed up on Real Housewives of Potomac last season as a friend to Candiace, and now friends with Wendy and who else? With Karen, of course. She is suing Debbie Downer. Okay, fine, I'll call her by her real name. Deborah Williams, who of course was Ashley's thirsty friend. We'll get into Ashley later. You guys know how I feel about Ashley. But anyways, um so yeah, she is asking to be awarded $10 million. Let's get into it. So Kierna Stewart sues Deborah Williams for assault and battery over the Real Housewives of Potomac season 8 fight, which of course we saw last season. And to break down the fight, Deborah went into that GNA fashion show launch party with an agenda. You could tell um, Sesame Street was like, was she wearing like a unitard or some sort of Spanx situation? Like the girl was not there to, get a cocktail, have some, like finger food and like enjoy, talk to people. She went in there like she was in the wrestling ring and she kind of looked like it too. Like she was ready to get down and like fight someone. She even walked in with that like long ponytail, and I can't remember if she had any jewelry on, but you guys get the point. And the entire evening, she kept saying how like Candiace is talking about her. Girl, Candiace has like better things to do, okay? And even if Candiace was talking about you, okay, she probably saw your face and made like one comment. Nobody is sitting there spending their entire evening talking about Sesame Street. But anyways, I'm gonna get into like the lawsuit and stuff, but like let's just like unpack what happened, you know, during the time of filming. And then once cameras went down, their mic pack, the audio was still turned on. And because of that, we got to hear, I think it was like Ashley, she was like, "Oh, are the cameras down? Or the cameras are down?" Something like that. And that's when what's her face, Sesame Street, they were all kind of like in a group setting, just talking. And that's when like the fight broke out. So let's get into the fight. And I'm going to try to bring up footage. I just don't know how good it's going to be because, it's like very quick and like not, I don't know, not the best lighting. It's a bit grainy. Okay, guys, this is the fight that broke out. And again, it's like really hard to watch. You could see Candle holding a bottle. You could see Kay Stewart going after Sesame Street. Oh my God. Oh my God. Kay Stewart goes after her hair. Oh my God. It is so bad. And then they all fall. Like it's a pretty bad situation. And because Deborah, she got her hair pulled by Kay Stewart. I can't even look at this, looking at that like fingernail. Deborah went on her, I don't know, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, the next day, and she was like, "Oh, you left your nail in my real ponytail that you unsuccessfully could not rip out. Let me know if you'd like it back." Now let someone leak the whole video because that floor work sure was something, wasn't it, Special K? P.S. Did you enjoy your ambulance ride out? I don't know why people are a part of the problem or they start a situation and then they tell on themselves. Like I just don't understand it. It's like, girl, this is now evidence since Kay Stewart Kierna is like going after you. But anyways, let's get into the article. All right, so The lawsuit was filed in DC Superior Court in February of 2024. We are in mid-June, almost the end of June. Why are we finding about this now that this was filed in February of this year, earlier this year? All right, so it was filed in February, expands on the altercation with Kierna, alleging that Deborah had been making inflammatory comments all night about Candiace and Chris Bassett. Okay. Now, this is obviously Kierna is the one filing it, so we're getting it from her perspective. So the two continued throughout the evening, with Deborah allegedly picking up heavy glass filled with a beverage and attempting to pour it on Candiace's head. Guys, this is why I wanted to start with the backstory first instead of getting into the article, the exclusive, just so like we, kind of remember how that fight went down. Um, and who definitely started it because she was ready to start a fight once the cameras went down. Um, so yeah, we see Deborah picking up a glass half filled with a beverage, and she attempted to pour it on Candiace, but obviously that didn't go well. Instead, she ended up hitting Kierna, and it hit her forehead. We saw the bleeding, which obviously, left her with serious damages, physically, of course, and I'm sure mentally. And Karen, who did the right thing. Karen, of course, she's older than most of these women, but not just that. It was just the right thing of Karen to go with Kierna to the hospital and get stitches and get it taken care of. And I just thought that was a very important scene. It just showed like the motherly matriarch nature of Karen when we had that episode. Anyways, now let's get into what Kierna is asking for. So, in terms of the court documents, it's 2 counts. It is for, let me take a look, guys. So, count one is for, oh, I gotta scroll quite a bit actually to see count one. So count one is for assault, and count two is for battery, as as it says in the title, assault and battery. And Kierna is asking for 10 million. Now, I don't actually know what Deborah Williams does or what her husband does. I briefly took a look at Deborah's Instagram, and it's just, I don't know, like pics of her two small kids. I don't I don't know. I didn't scroll that far back, so I don't know. Um, I did not see any images of her husband. I'm assuming she's a married woman, like she's still with her man. So I guys, I don't know enough about Deborah. I'll be quite honest with you guys. And I did just a little Google schmoogle, and I really could not find much about this woman. So the fact that Kierna is asking for 10 million, as she should, I'm like the assault, the battery, the mental, the physical, it's a lot, and we saw it. Like it's a lot that she went through. Um so yeah, if anyone knows anything about Deborah Sesame Street Williams, like chime into the comments. Like, does anyone know what her husband does? Like, does she come from family money? Does she have a rich husband? Does she have properties and businesses of her own that Kierna could potentially go for? Here's the thing. Let's say Deborah Gabora Sesame Street Williams is loaded like that. Who the F would be behaving that way? Her mannerisms, her behavior, the things she says, her eyebrows. Girl, if I had, like, let's say 50 million in the bank, or, in assets and whatever, first of all, I wouldn't even be going on Real Housewives of Potomac. She wasn't even like an official friend of. She was just like there filming with what's her face, with Raggedy Ashley. And I think like Candiace or someone had called out Raggedy Ashley, like, where do you like find these people? And I mean, we already know what Ashley's like, so I'm not sure. I'm not what's the word? Not that I'm not sure, but I'm not surprised that, Deborah is the type of friend that Ashley has picked up along the way. So there's that. Now, obviously, we saw Deborah, coming at Candiace and Chris Bassett. And when we first saw Deborah, she was trying to say Chris was hitting on her. And thank goodness that the footage and audio exist when producers roll tape and they showcase Chris was just at the bar drinking his drink at Karen's spring party, whatever party it was. He was just minding his own business, having his drink. It was actually Deborah trying to make more conversation with him, and he just like was whatever to her. And she tried to say Chris was hitting on her. Chris is with his beautiful wife, Candiace, who, comes across as a woman of caliber. She's smart. She can actually sing. Take that, Ashley. And she's pretty. And she's very quick witted, which I always love in my housewives. So, yeah, this Deborah girl, take several seats, go home, go have a fantastic time raising your kids. Why are you fighting, Miss what do you call it? Miss Kierna? Like it's embarrassing. Guys, I really hope this doesn't end up on Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, we don't need to know. We don't need to give more light to the likes of people like Deborah who end up on these shows. It's like you didn't get paid. You were not on in an official capacity. She doesn't even have any businesses that she can try to hawk at the masses. The level of thirst in some of these people when it comes to reality TV is real and concerning. It is an epidemic that I think researchers need to study. Other than that, guys, let's see what the Real Housewives of Potomac has to offer us this upcoming season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just really sad that, Kierna went to film the show and then that ended up being her experience. No one should have to deal with, physical, mental, any type of, assaults at their workplace or parties and stuff they go through. It's just a very unfortunate situation, which we can thank Raggedy Ashley for. And that is where I end my rant. And with that said, guys, subscribe. I will post a lot more, Housewives, Bravo, VPR type content throughout the day, and you don't want to miss out on it. Turn on notifications, and I will catch you all later.